Good morning, delegates. I stand before you this morning asking you to support Resolution 2-1A.
We're here at the Model United Nations Conference at Georgia Southern University. We have 4 Beaufort County schools here with us: Beaufort High School, Bluffton High School, May River High School, and Hilton Head High School.
My country is Afghanistan, and a group of us worked on a resolution for women's rights being equal and having the same power as men.
I'm South Africa, and at the moment we're working on resolutions in the African Union about combating terrorism on the continent.
We're from the country of Iraq, and we were specifically focusing on civilians and armed conflict.
So my country is North Korea, which has the official name of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Our resolution is in conjunction with the United States, and is talking about trade and the full employment of human rights.
And I represent Canada here. I'm here to support the resolutions of others, as well as to fight for the policies that Canada believes in, mainly the humanitarian efforts going on in Venezuela right now, as well as some of the other more pressing humanitarian crises.
This conference is a 400-plus student delegate conference where students come from all over Georgia and South Carolina to represent different countries they've been assigned.
Model United Nations is a simulation-based engagement between the students representing these countries in a setting of the real United Nations.
It really focuses on the whole entire idea of diplomacy, and in that setting of like international relations and global politics, it just teaches you a whole lot more than just the simple debating.
I love Model United Nations because you can just create whatever you want. It's kind of like a sandbox. You can go in there and you can think of any solution to any issue, and if you present it right, if you make a case for it and it's a good case, you can make monumental change.
The amount of learning that goes on is really exponential when you think of the ideas that they have to formulate and work and cooperate with other students. They research, they write speeches. Some of the stuff that they do is so real life that they can't really do this in a classroom, because this is that extra that you have to put into what you put in is what you get from an experience like this.
Model UN has taught me not only about other countries and the world around me, but also about how to speak properly, how to hold myself in a professional setting, and how to address other people who I have never met but want to develop a professional relationship with.
I like being able to interact with people from other countries and learning about other countries and getting to understand what it's like to walk in their shoes and how they feel and what their beliefs are.
Throughout these years, I think that my skills in public speaking have improved greatly. I think my skills in interpersonal relations and making relations with other people to try and get things done, and also group work, I think that I've improved mightily in those areas, and I think that that can help a great deal of people who join this.
The students pick their countries, they choose what they want country-wise, they form a delegation.
And then Japan got on.
People have proposed resolutions, different countries, and they'll go up and speak about their resolutions, and then other countries will speak against or for it, and in the end we'll have a vote.
When you look like from an American point of view, sometimes it's skewed, so having to get into the viewpoint of another country is really interesting.
This is a really special group. Pretty much we get to learn so much about different countries all around, and we're all parts in different caucuses that are like different areas of the world, so that's the most exciting part.
A lot of them think, I have to have this major powerhouse, but we keep reiterating to them the importance of how each country is bringing something to the table and getting them to know about that country and not just look at it from the eyes of a global superpower.
Everyone's more similar than you would think, and especially when you get all these countries together, especially like Libya and South Africa are extremely different, but we can find ways to work together and find similar resolutions.
And it's just so real life. It's almost eerie by the end of the time. You think that the kids actually are, those delegates, and they take on the role so much that it's just impossible for them not to enjoy it and learn.